In the rugged hills of Willow Creek, Montana, in the spring of 1892, a stubborn rancher named Emma Hartley had always figured she could outlast any storm life threw her way. But pain has a funny habit of sneaking up on even the toughest souls, and Emma's side had been aching like a bad memory for weeks. She ignored it. Of course, ranch work didn't wait for aches or excuses. But one crisp morning, as she saddled her horse under a sky streaked with dawn, the pain hit like a thunderclap, dropping her to her knees in the dirt. For the first time in years, she turned toward town, wondering if pride could kill a person faster than whatever was twisting inside her. Emma had grown up on the outskirts of Willow Creek, where the land was as unforgiving as the winters. Her mother passed when she was just a girl, leaving her to learn life's lessons from her father and the dusty trails. By 25, she'd taken over the family spread after her pa's death, mending fences in the dead of night, breaking wild mustangs, and eating cold jerky when the days ran long. Help? That was for folks who couldn't hack it. But now, with sweat beading on her forehead, she rode into town seeking the doctor, expecting some grizzled old-timer with a bottle of tonic and a shaky hand. What she found was Dr. Lucas Harrington, fresh from back east, barely 30, with broad shoulders that spoke of hard labor and a voice smooth as aged whiskey. He wasn't what she'd pictured, no spectacles, no stoop, just a man who looked like he could handle a plow or a scalpel with equal ease. When he motioned her to the exam table and said, "Just lie back and let me take care of this," it felt like a slap. Emma's cheeks burned. No one had ever talked to her like she was fragile. She bolted from his office, muttering excuses, her heart pounding louder than her boots on the wooden floor. Who did he think he was, treating her like some delicate flower? Back at the ranch, Silas McBride, her pa's old partner, now pushing 60 with a mustache like silver, wire-eyed her suspiciously. "You look like hell warmed over." What did the doc say? Emma brushed him off, but the pain gnawed deeper. Days blurred into chores, her side throbbing with every lift and pull. She collapsed once in the pasture, blacking out under the sun, but hauled herself up, too proud to admit defeat. Silas warned her, invoking her pa's memory. He'd whip you for letting ego win over sense. But Emma snapped back, hiding the fear that vulnerability might shatter her world. The town's encounters with Lucas only fueled the fire. Spotting him on Main Street, she ducked behind wagons or barrels, feeling foolish but desperate to avoid those piercing blue eyes. Gossip spread like wildfire, folks whispering about the wild Hartley girl chasing the fancy doctor. It irked her. She wasn't chasing anyone. Then came a cattle deal. Widow Clara Benson was selling her late husband's herd, prime stock. Emma needed to save her ranch from debt. But Lucas inquired too, his wealth making him a threat. Was he toying with her? Rich men like him didn't mingle with dirt-poor ranchers without an agenda. Confrontations escalated. In the local diner, he cornered her over coffee. "Why run from me, Emma? Scared of what folks might say?" She fired back, accusing him of pity or worse, wanting her land. The town buzzed, judgments flying. Was she too proud? Too mannish in her boots and breeches? Lucas persisted, delivering medicine to her door, his touch lingering as he pressed the bottle into her hand. "No shame in needing help," he said, but she shattered it later, convinced his kindness masked control. Why her, when he could have any polished lady? The breaking point came fiercely. Pain exploded one dawn. Emma crumpled in the barn, feverish and alone. Silas found her horse wandering and raced for Lucas, who thundered in on horseback, scooping her up like she weighed nothing. At his sprawling ranch house far grander than Hershey treated her appendicitis, his hand steady but his voice cracking with rage. "You could have died, damn it." Stubborn as a mule, he confessed his past, a broken engagement to a society belle who mocked his humble roots, calling him a cowpoke in silk. He'd fled west, seeking authenticity, and saw it in Emma's unyielding spirit. Tears came then, barriers crumbling. "I don't know how to let go," she whispered. He kissed her gently, promising no games, just real care. She stayed the night, waking to his breakfast, their talks weaving vulnerability into strength. They married quietly, blending lives amid mishaps. Lucas bungling roping, tying himself up, Emma burning stew while he stitched her wounds. Arguments flared, her pushing through illness, him hauling her to bed, but always ended in passionate makeups. Years rolled on. Their son, Jack, arrived first, then twins Lily and Rose. The ranch thrived, debts cleared, reputation solid. Lucas balanced doctoring with ranching, teaching Jack to rope while Emma showed him clouds signaling rain. 10 years in, on their porch under Montana stars, Emma watched Lucas with the kids, Silas chuckling nearby. "Regret it?" he asked. "Never," she replied. Lucas swept her inside, their laughter echoing. "Still scary. In the best ways. Life wasn't flawless, storms hit. Kids tested them, but their bond held, forged in dust and devotion." Emma learned strength meant leaning sometimes. Lucas found home in her arms. What do you think? Share in the comments. Was Emma too stubborn, or was Lucas pushy? Take a stand. Did pride nearly ruin her, or was it key to their spark? Let's hear your views.